Hey friends, we are on lesson 111. 111. Pull it out. We will get started. The first direction says draw a 3-inch line segment. So go to the inches side of your ruler. Right at 3 inches. And then draw a line segment 1 inch shorter. So 3, take away an inch, would be 2 inches. Number 1 says, oh, these charts. For some reason, these things always confuse me so much. Let's see if I can figure it out this time. It's supposed to make it easier, but it always just confuses me. The temperature on January 19th in Juneau, Alaska was 19 degrees. The temperature on February 19th was 26 degrees. How much warmer was it on February 19th? Fill in the towers to help you. So let's go with the larger. They're asking about temperature because they said how much warmer. So the larger temperature was 20, we're comparing 19 and 26. The larger temperature was 26 degrees. The smaller temperature was 19 degrees. And the reason they put the difference up here is this plus something equals this, right? They're trying to show you that these together are equal to this. And I can't remember what these lines down here are. I think I was supposed to put 26 and 19 down there. Whatever. So, in order to figure out the difference, we can do this and subtract this, and then we're going to get this left over, right? Difference is another name for the answer when you do a subtraction problem, if you can remember that from when we studied it. So difference always tells you to subtract. So we can go this, take away this, and we will get this. 26 take away 19 equals 19 plus 1 more is 20 plus 6 more is 26. So 7. Answer is 7 what? Let's go up and check the question. How much warmer was it? So we're talking about degrees, aren't we? Fahrenheit. Use the bar graph to answer these questions. How many children have blue eyes? So we're counting by twos. Always take a look at your graph a little bit first before you start answering questions. We're counting by twos. We have the eyes of the colors of the eyes down here. And the title is Color of Children's Eyes in Room 20. So first we're looking for blue. That's right here. And that is halfway between the 6 and the 8. So that is 7. How many children are in room 20? So if we consider every single kid on here as a vote, then we have to figure blue has 7, green has 4, brown has 9, and hazel has 1. So if we add these up, 9 plus 1 is 10, plus 7 is 17, plus 4 is 18, 19, 20, 21. There are 21 kids that voted, so that must be how many kids there are. Or I guess they weren't voting. They were just telling their eye color. How many children do not have brown eyes? So we're going to go 21, but we're going to take out the brown eyes. We're going to take out 9. So that'll be 21, take out 9 is, gosh, it's too late for me to think. 12? Is that right? I'm pretty sure that's right. 21 take away 9. We'll Well, 21 take away 10 would be 11. So 21 take away 9 must be 12. How many more children have brown eyes than green eyes? So how many more tells us we're going to compare. Kind of like this, we're going to find the difference. Brown eyes, green eyes. 9 take away 4. The difference between those, how many more tells us to subtract, is 5. Expanded form. Now this was a tricky one lately. Expanded form means you're going to separate all of the place values. So you're going to start with the biggest one. You're going to say how much that number is worth, then how much the next one is worth, then how much the next one is worth, like so. So we start with the biggest one. The 7 is not worth 7. It's in the hundreds place, is worth 700. Now, once we get into bigger numbers and we start doing this, what you can do is write the 7 and then turn the rest of the number into zeros, and that tells you what place it's in or what it's worth. 700 plus nothing, so we're going to skip that one, plus 3, and the 3 is just worth 3. Okay, that's expanded form. Let's do it one more time. So that 2 is what we start with because it's the biggest, and it's not worth 2, it's worth, what is it when you read this number? 2,405. So this is worth 2,000. Now the way we could write that or figure it out if we weren't sure is to turn the rest of it into zeros. 3 zeros. Plus, what's that 4 worth? 400. Plus nothing. So you can write plus 0 or you can skip it. Plus 5. This is expanded form. It's pretty much writing an addition equation that adds up to your number. Find each product. Product is the answer to a multiplication problem. So 9 times 0 is 0. 9 times 3, use your 9's trick, 1, 2, 3. Put down the third from the right, or whatever you're multiplying times 9. 2 fingers are before it, 7 fingers are after it, because you have to count both hands afterward. 7, 2, 7. Okay. You can get your multiplication chart out if any of these are tricky on your side. That is just fine. You can use your math journal for anything. 5 times 0 is 0. Now we do this one times this one, 0. This one times this one, 0. And 5 times 9, let's do it again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We put down this one. 4, 5. 45. Start here and go 1, 2, 3, comma. Now, what they're kind of trying to show you right now is this. The other way to handle this is to write 3 zeros and then multiply the 2 numbers that are left. Okay, so we did it the slower way. Now let's do it the faster way. Do the 2 zeros and multiply what's left. Do the 3 zeros and multiply what's left. That one you have to go 1, 2, 3, comma. Do the 1 0 and multiply what's left. Okay. That only works when the zeros are on the end of the numbers. It does not work when the zeros are in the middle. Find the area of the rectangles. So you will remember the equation, or I'm sorry, the formula for page 34. The formula for area is on the same page as perimeter, page 34. And the formula for area is length times width. That is how you figure out area. Perimeter is the fence around the yard. Area is the yard. okay? Length times width. So if we're figuring out the area, and also you report it in square centimeters. If you're doing the area, you're doing 30 times 8. Now remember the little trick we learned up here. 30 times 8 we can set up like this, or we can go 0 times 8, or we can do the 0, and then we can do 3 times 8. It's the same thing we do when we write this down. 0 and 8 times 3. Okay. 9 times 40. Write the 0 down, then multiply the next two. 9 times 4. 1, 2, 3, 4 is 36. Now you have to report this as square, whatever they measured it with. Square inches on this one, square centimeters on this one. Later on, pretty soon, we will be writing it as 360 cm squared. This is how we will do it from now on. We haven't gotten into that yet. Find the answers. They didn't leave me much room, so I'm going to do scratch paper, because I always think I have enough room, and I never have enough room. 836, take away 499. Bigger bottom, gotta borrow. Go to the neighbor, borrow 1, bring it back home. 16 take away 9 is 7. Bigger bottom, gotta borrow. Go to the neighbor, borrow 1, bring it back home. 12 take away 9 is 3. 7 take away 4 is 3. I noticed the borrowing was going very well on the correcting that I did today. You are remembering to do it. 500 take away 38. Half of the hard part in borrowing is remembering to do it. The other half is remembering how to do it. Bigger bottom, you gotta borrow. Can't borrow from this neighbor, he doesn't have any, so we go to the next one. Borrow 1, give it to the neighbor. Borrow 1, bring it back home. 10 take away 8 is 2. 9 take away 3 is 6. And 4. When I was learning how to borrow, I hated the numbers with lots of zeros in a row. And now I love them because you don't have to do what you did over here and have to go and borrow all over again. You can just go all the way to the end and do everything, and you can solve it faster in the end. 462. I also appreciated that you were taking pictures of your work. And that made me very confident about giving you full credit on things. 1715.63. Now the most important thing when you're adding or subtracting numbers with decimal points is lining up the decimal points. 47, 109. Always double check your problem before you start, and then you can get going. Bigger bottom, oh no, I'm adding, sorry. 7 plus 3 is 0, 1 goes up, sorry, is 10. 6 plus 4 is 10, and 1 more is 11. 9 plus 1 is 10, and 5 more is 15. 1 plus 0 is 2. 7 plus 1 is 8. And 1. Okay, so the decimal point was here, because that's where it lined up. And then from the decimal point, we go 1, 2, 3, comma. One, 8, 2, 5. I'm really hoping when I was working you could see it. All right, that's the whole thing. Let me know if you have any questions or need help reading any of it. You can always hop on Zoom for a little extra homework help. Take pictures of your scratch paper, take pictures of your side B. do a little fact work because that'll keep you sharp for when we get back together, and have a great afternoon.